All right, Cam, fantasy reactions from Monday Night Football Week 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of reactions, and, they're not all positive.
Not really good ones.
It's a lot of negative reactions, okay? So I'm going to start with the Bears. DeAndre Swift, that is a positive. He looked really good, and, he actually was being used, which is
all of the volume.
which is very rare in a Ben Johnson system. He usually loves a two running back system, but DeAndre Swift got everything. Passing, rushing. I like DeAndre Swift for the rest of the year. DJ Moore, it was all right. It was all right. I think it was what we expected of, he's like a 5th, 6th round wide receiver. That's probably his floor and ceiling. It's just you're going to get DJ Moore. It's nothing special. Roma Dunze, I know he had that touchdown, but really not much volume there. I didn't love that. I thought he was going to be used a lot more. And then finally, Colson Loveland. I know he's a rookie, but that was kind of rough to watch.
Expected more from him.
A few targets his way. I think he had 1 or 2 catches. It wasn't very much on the Bears side of things.
It just didn't look like the Bears were clicking on offense besides that first drive, and there weren't really many pushing plays down the field. Yes. Caleb was flustered. I know it was a Brian Flores defense, but it wasn't pretty. And on the Vikings side, it really wasn't pretty at all either until the fourth quarter. I think something you saw, and you have to be hopeful, is that J.J. McCarthy, maybe something just clicked, and how, he can start commanding that offense better. Jefferson was not great. Obviously, he got saved with a touchdown, but he's Justin Jefferson. You don't worry about that. No. Something I want to point out is Jordan Mason. He looked really good on the ground. He was getting that early down work. He will also be getting that goal line work. So I think Aaron Jones did have a nice touchdown pass catch, but that is not as sticky as something like Jordan Mason getting that early down work. So I'm interested in him.
Yeah, and then you got to look at the quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, he ran a lot more than he usually did, at least in that first half. I don't know what happened in the second half. Brian Flores said nope. Mm-hmm. So Caleb Williams looked like a very fantasy relevant quarterback in the first half, and JJ McCarthy looked like a fantasy relevant quarterback in the second half. So I don't like either of them, for that reason, because they're just not that consistent. But can't go wrong, and stay calm with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
For sure.
Overall, outside of Justin Jefferson, it's a lot of middling fantasy options, so it might not be the best offenses to go for just yet.